The new god of success. The new gods of success. The new god of success. The new goddess of success. The new goddesses of success. The new goddess of success. The old god of success. The old gods of success. The old god of success. The old goddess of success. The old goddesses of success. The old goddess of success. The greater god of success. The greater gods of success. The greater god of success. The greater goddess of success. The greater goddesses of success. The greater goddess of success. The lesser god of success. The lesser gods of success. The lesser god of success. The lesser goddess of success. The lesser goddesses of success. The lesser goddess of success. The higher god of success. The higher gods of success. The higher god of success. The higher goddess of success. The higher goddesses of success. The higher goddess of success. The lower god of success. The lower gods of success. The lower god of success. The lower goddess of success. The lower goddesses of success. The lower goddess of success. The greater spirit of success. The greater spirits of success. The greater spirit of success. The lesser spirit of success. The lesser spirits of success. The lesser spirit of success. The higher spirit of success. The higher spirits of success. The higher spirit of success. The lower spirit of success. The lower spirits of success. The lower spirit of success. The major god of success. The major gods of success. The major god of success. The major goddess of success. The major goddesses of success. The major goddess of success. The minor god of success. The minor gods of success. The minor god of success. The minor goddess of success. The minor goddesses of success. The minor goddess of success. The superior god of success. The superior gods of success. The superior god of success. The superior goddess of success. The superior goddesses of success. The superior goddess of success. The inferior god of success. The inferior gods of success. The inferior god of success. The inferior goddess of success. The inferior goddesses of success. The inferior goddess of success. The ancestor god of success. The ancestor gods of success. The ancestor god of success. The ancestor goddess of success. The ancestor goddesses of success. The ancestor goddess of success. The ascendant god of success. The ascendant gods of success. The ascendant god of success. The ascendant goddess of success. The ascendant goddesses of success. The ascendant goddess of success. The descendant god of success. The descendant gods of success. The descendant god of success. The descendant goddess of success. The descendant goddesses of success. The descendant goddess of success. The transcendent god of success. The transcendent gods of success. The transcendent god of success. The transcendent goddess of success. The transcendent goddesses of success. The transcendent goddess of success. The past god of success. The past gods of success. The past god of success. The past goddess of success. The past goddesses of success. The past goddess of success. The present god of success. The present gods of success. The present god of success. The present goddess of success. The present goddesses of success. The present goddess of success. The future god of success. The future gods of success. The future god of success. The future goddess of success. The future goddesses of success. The future goddess of success. The authentic god of success. The authentic gods of success. The authentic god of success. The authentic goddess of success. The authentic goddesses of success. The authentic goddess of success. The synthetic god of success. The synthetic gods of success. The synthetic god of success. The synthetic goddess of success. The synthetic goddesses of success. The synthetic goddess of success. The progressive god of success. The progressive gods of success. The progressive god of success. The progressive goddess of success. The progressive goddesses of success. The progressive goddess of success. The regressive god of success. The regressive gods of success. The regressive god of success. The regressive goddess of success. The regressive goddesses of success. The regressive goddess of success. The ordinary god of success. The ordinary gods of success. The ordinary god of success. The ordinary goddess of success. The ordinary goddesses of success. The ordinary goddess of success. The extraordinary god of success. The extraordinary gods of success. The extraordinary god of success. The extraordinary goddess of success. The extraordinary goddesses of success. The extraordinary goddess of success. The static god of success. The static gods of success. The static god of success. The static goddess of success. The static goddesses of success. The static goddess of success. The dynamic god of success. The dynamic gods of success. The dynamic god of success. The dynamic goddess of success. The dynamic goddesses of success. The dynamic goddess of success. The land god of success. The land gods of success. The land god of success. The land goddess of success. The land goddesses of success. The land goddess of success. The sea god of success. The sea gods of success. The sea god of success. The sea goddess of success. The sea goddesses of success. The sea goddess of success. The sky god of success. The sky gods of success. The sky god of success. The sky goddess of success. The sky goddesses of success. The sky goddess of success. The god of success. The gods of success. The god of success. The goddess of success. The goddesses of success. The goddess of success. The half god of success. The half gods of success. The half god of success. The half goddess of success. The half goddesses of success. The half goddess of success. The vessel of success. The vessels of success. The vessel of success. The name of success. The names of success. The name of success. The person of success. The persons of success. The person of success. The persona of success. The personas of success. The persona of success. The personage of success. The personages of success. The personage of success. The personality of success. The personalities of success. The personality of success. The personification of success. The personifications of success. The personification of success. The image of success. The images of success. The image of success. The imagination of success. The imaginations of success. The imagination of success. The belief of success. The beliefs of success. The belief of success. The thought of success. The thoughts of success. The thought of success. The word of success. The words of success. The word of success. The action of success. The actions of success. The action of success. The reaction of success. The reactions of success. The reaction of success. The feeling of success. The feelings of success. The feeling of success. The situation of success. The situations of success. The situation of success. The circumstance of success. The circumstances of success. The circumstance of success. The environment of success. The environments of success. The environment of success. The relationship of success. The relationships of success. The relationship of success. The number of success. The numbers of success. The number of success. The formula of success. The formulas of success. The formula of success. The equation of success. The equations of success. The equation of success. The theory of success. The theories of success. The theory of success. The symbol of success. The symbols of success. The symbol of success. The color of success. The colors of success. The color of success. The thing of success. The things of success. The thing of success. The way of success. The ways of success. The way of success. The place of success. The places of success. The place of success. The time of success. The times of success. The time of success. The event of success. The events of success. The event of success. The result of success. The results of success. The result of success. The crown of success. The crowns of success. The crown of success. The throne of success. the thrones of success, the throne of success, the success king, the success kings, the success kingdom, the success kingdoms, the success king subject, the success king subjects, the success king's dominion, the success king's dominions, the kingdom of success, the kingdoms of success, the kingdom of success, the success queen, the success queens, the success queendom, the success queendoms, the success queen subject, the success queen subjects, the success queen's dominion, the success queen's dominions, the queendom of success, the queendoms of success, the queendom of success, the success prince, the success princes, the success princedom, the success princedoms, the success prince's subject, the success prince's subjects, the success prince's dominion, the success prince's dominions, the princedom of success, the princedoms of success, the princedom of success, the success princess, the success princesses, the success princessdom, the success princessdoms, the success princess's subject, the success princess's subjects, the success princess's dominion, the success princess's dominions, the princessdom of success, the princessdoms of success, the princessdom of success, the lord of success, the lords of success, the lord of success, the lordess of success, the lordesses of success, the lordess of success, the priest of success, the priests of success, the priest of success, the priestess of success, the priestesses of success, the priestess of success, the ritual of success, the rituals of success, the ritual of success, the shrine of success, the shrines of success, the shrine of success, the temple of success, the temples of success, the temple of success, the leader of success, the leaders of success, the leader of success, the follower of success, the followers of success, the follower of success, the natural substance of success, the natural substances of success, the natural substance of success, the supernatural substance of success, the supernatural substances of success, the supernatural substance of success, the temporal substance of success, the temporal substances of success, the temporal substance of success, the spiritual substance of success, the spiritual substances of success, the spiritual substance of success, the natural form of success, the natural forms of success, the natural form of success, the supernatural form of success, the supernatural forms of success, the supernatural form of success, the temporal form of success, the temporal forms of success, the temporal form of success, the spiritual form of success, the spiritual forms of success, the spiritual form of success, the age of success, the ages of success, the age of success, the era of success, the eras of success, the era of success, the awakener of success, the awakeners of success, the awakener of success, the awakening of success, the awakenings of success, the awakening of success, the realm of success, the realms of success, the realm of success, the dimension of success, the dimensions of success, the dimension of success, the zone of success, the zones of success, the zone of success, the frequency of success, the frequencies of success, the frequency of success, the century of success, the centuries of success, the century of success, the millennium of success, the millenniums of success, the millennium of success, the purpose of success, the purposes of success, the purpose of success, the meaning of success, the meanings of success, the meaning of success, the culture of success, the cultures of success, the culture of success, the demonstrator of success, the demonstrators of success, the demonstrator of success, the demonstration of success, the demonstrations of success, the demonstration of success, the manifester of success, the manifestors of success, the manifester of success, the manifestation of success, the manifestations of success, the manifestation of success, the presence of success, the presences of success, the presence of success, the glow of success, the glows of success, the glow of success, the goal of success, the goals of success, the goal of success, the plan of success, the plans of success, the plan of success, the book of success, the books of success, the book of success, the philosopher of success, the philosophers of success, the philosopher of success, the philosophy of success, the philosophies of success, the philosophy of success, the releaser of success, the releasers of success, the releaser of success, the release of success, the releases of success, the release of success, the variable of success, the variables of success, the variable of success, the cause of success, the causes of success, the cause of success, the effect of success, the effects of success, the effect of success, the journey of success, the journeys of success, the journey of success, the emergence of success, the emergences of success, the emergence of success, the source of success, the sources of success, the source of success, the originator of success, the originators of success, the originator of success, the origin of success, the origins of success, the origin of success, the forefather of success, the forefathers of success, the forefather of success, the foremother of success, the foremothers of success, the foremother of success, the ancestor of success, the ancestors of success, the ancestor of success, the descendant of success, the descendants of success, the descendant of success, the lineage of success, the lineages of success, the lineage of success, the heritage of success, the heritages of success, the heritage of success, the heir of success, the heirs of success, the heir of success, the co-heir of success, the co-heirs of success, the co-heir of success, the joint heir of success, the joint heirs of success, the joint heir of success, the dynasty of success, the dynasties of success, the dynasty of success, the force of success, the forces of success, the force of success, the law of success, the laws of success, the law of success, the pact of success, the pacts of success, the pact of success, the game of success, the games of success, the game of success, the mask of success, the masks of success, the mask of success, the armor of success, the armors of success, the armor of success, the sword of success, the swords of success, the sword of success, the shield of success, the shields of success, the shield of success, the force shield of success, the force shields of success, the force shield of success, the armored force shield of success, the armored force shields of success, the armored force shield of success, the champion of success, the champions of success, the champion of success, the guardian of success, the guardians of success, the guardian of success, the defender of success, the defenders of success, the defender of success, the protector of success, the protectors of success, the protector of success, the chant of success, the chants of success, the chant of success, the shape of success, the shapes of success, the shape of success, the cube of success, the cubes of success, the cube of success, the cuboid of success, the cuboids of success, the cuboid of success, the sphere of success, the spheres of success, the sphere of success, the spheroid of success, the spheroids of success, the spheroid of success, the prism of success, the prisms of success, the prism of success, the pyramid of success, the pyramids of success, the pyramid of success, the cylinder of success, the cylinders of success, the cylinder of success, the cone of success, the cones of success, the cone of success, the triangle of success, the triangles of success, the triangle of success, the circle of success, the circles of success, the circle of success, the semicircle of success, the semicircles of success, the semicircle of success, the square of success, the squares of success, the square of success, the rectangle of success, The rectangles of success. The rectangle of success. The parallelogram of success. The parallelograms of success. The parallelogram of success. The rhombus of success. The rhombuses of success. The rhombus of success. The trapezoid of success. The trapezoids of success. The trapezoid of success. The polygon of success. The polygons of success. The polygon of success. The pentagon of success. The pentagons of success. The pentagon of success. The hexagon of success. The hexagons of success. The hexagon of success. The septagon of success. The septagons of success. The septagon of success. The octagon of success. The octagons of success. The octagon of success. The nonagon of success. The nonagons of success. The nonagon of success. The decagon of success. The decagons of success. The decagon of success. The evolution of success. The evolutions of success. The evolution of success. The revolution of success. The revolutions of success. The revolution of success. The elemental art of success. The elemental arts of success. The elemental art of success. The elemental science of success. The elemental sciences of success. The elemental science of success. The elemental principle of success. The elemental principles of success. The elemental principle of success. The elemental technology of success. The elemental technologies of success. The elemental technology of success. The low elemental art of success. The low elemental arts of success. The low elemental art of success. The low elemental science of success. The low elemental sciences of success. The low elemental science of success. The low elemental principle of success. The low elemental principles of success. The low elemental principle of success. The low elemental technology of success. The low elemental technologies of success. The low elemental technology of success. The high elemental art of success. The high elemental arts of success. The high elemental art of success. The high elemental science of success. The high elemental sciences of success. The high elemental science of success. The high elemental principle of success. The high elemental principles of success. The high elemental principle of success. The high elemental technology of success. The high elemental technologies of success. The high elemental technology of success. The agent of success. The agents of success. The agent of success. The agency of success. The agencies of success. The agency of success. The amplifier of success. The amplifiers of success. The amplifier of success. The amplification of success. The amplifications of success. The amplification of success. The enhancer of success. The enhancers of success. The enhancer of success. The enhancement of success. The enhancements of success. The enhancement of success. The magnifier of success. The magnifiers of success. The magnifier of success. The magnification of success. The magnifications of success. The magnification of success. The influencer of success. The influencers of success. The influencer of success. The influence of success. The influences of success. The influence of success. The emanator of success. The emanators of success. The emanator of success. The emanation of success. The emanations of success. The emanation of success. The converger of success. The convergers of success. The converger of success. The convergence of success. The convergences of success. The convergence of success. The aura of success. The auras of success. The aura of success. The impression of success. The impressions of success. The impression of success. The intelligence of success. The intelligences of success. The intelligence of success. The sophistication of success. The sophistications of success. The sophistication of success. The genius of success. The geniuses of success. The genius of success. The polymath of success. The polymaths of success. The polymath of success. The psychic of success. The psychics of success. the psychic of success, the knowledge of success, the knowledges of success, the knowledge of success, the understanding of success, the understandings of success, the understanding of success, the wisdom of success, the wisdoms of success, the wisdom of success, the secret of success, the secrets of success, the secret of success, the mystery of success, the mysteries of success, the mystery of success, the revelation of success, the revelations of success, the revelation of success, the tactic of success, the tactics of success, the tactic of success, the strategy of success, the strategies of success, the strategy of success, the strength of success, the strengths of success, the strength of success, the might of success, the might of success, the might of success, the power of success, the powers of success, the power of success, the authority of success, the authorities of success, the authority of success, the dominion of success, the dominions of success, the dominion of success, the rhythm of success, the rhythms of success, the rhythm of success, the melody of success, the melodies of success, the melody of success, the music of success, the musics of success, the music of success, the lyric of success, the lyrics of success, the lyric of success, the song of success, the songs of success, the song of success, the dance of success, the dances of success, the dance of success, the spirit of success, the spirits of success, the spirit of success, the soul of success, the souls of success, the soul of success, the body of success, the bodies of success, the body of success, the mark of success, the marks of success, the mark of success, the promise of success, the promises of success, the promise of success, the visionary of success, the visionaries of success, the visionary of success, the vision of success, the visions of success, the vision of success, the picture of success, the pictures of success, the picture of success, the sound of success, the sounds of success, the sound of success, the tongue of success, the tongues of success, the tongue of success, the language of success, the languages of success, the language of success, the communication of success, the communications of success, the communication of success, the people of success, the peoples of success, the people of success, the society of success, the societies of success, the society of success, the fortress of success, the fortresses of success, the fortress of success, the government of success, the governments of success, the government of success, the city of success, the cities of success, the city of success, the nation of success, the nations of success, the nation of success, the civilization of success, the civilizations of success, the civilization of success, the world of success, the worlds of success, the world of success,